I'll admit it, I'll admit it. Watch your motherfucking tone, boy.
Take two.
Why did you say take two?
Take one was last week.
Hey, sometimes it's like the mood for it, innit?
Take one was last week, man.
If we released the airs that we were recording last week, then
There was some very good stuff at the beginning, fam.
Was there?
Yeah.
Nah, that whole podcast was
At the
ass.
beginning, this guy was talking it up.
airs.
You know
Was
what
he?
said at the start?
Was he talking it up?
Yeah, he talking about this stuff.
Was he?
Yeah.
About what?
I can't really repeat that.
Well,
Something my reputation.
And I just deleted the footage, so you should have let me know, man. They would have kept hold of it.
Raid. But yeah.
but boy, just now, certain man were talking about slinging cocky in someone else's babe. But I mean, man, the game
Oh,
is the game.
that's how you're good.
the game,
Bruh.
the game is the game.
Wow. Oh, that's crazy.
Obviously, around certain man in this room, the girl's not safe in it. That's what I'm saying.
Fact.
Boy.
Wow.
And if around certain man in this room, your girl's not safe. Certain people are wearing, you know, chains and that. Certain people got beards and that. And I'm the fat one. No game. Dead trim. All of that. No
How much
game.
does he deadlift again?
Yeah, boy, man.
Not as much as him. Imagine.
Man.
I can't even do nothing. Leave my babes with him. Come back and he's like... But
This guy's a nutcase.
I can't even do that. I'm like, babe, he deadlifts like 220, bro. What am I supposed to do? And he rolls like 160. What can I do? What can I do? Nothing.
But anyway,
Nothing.
introducing the pod,
Oh yeah, shit. Welcome back to Nothing New Podcast. This is
episode 51.
episode 51. We took a 1 week break after episode 50.
We didn't actually take a
We
break.
didn't actually
We were here last week, and as we said, the shit we produced was
Yeah, it was arse. It
Double
was
pack of
garbage.
arse.
It was garbage. It was actually
trash,
garbage.
so-
But
Yeah, sometimes, you know, it just doesn't feel right, innit? You know,
yeah, everybody was tired in that, so it was a bit of an odd one. But you know, we decided to just scrap that, come back with a fresh new episode today. We've got some guests coming on when they
but
show up.
obviously, about punctuality and that, obviously. But you know, what can he do? What can you
But
actually
jelly
do?
is lacking in there.
We'll make sure we get onto them when they come.
Yeah.
Just for you guys.
You know why deep though? I was watching this thing and it was like, I don't know, white people are just crazy. You know all the shit that they've,
Speak, you know what? Carry on.
all the,
No, they really are.
you know why all the shit that white people have basically told us Africans yet that we are, you know, illiterates or backwards for doing in the past. It's now what they now bring it back as like fashionable. You know why deep? All this like goat yoga, all this chicken yoga shit. They used to be like, oh yeah, in Africa you just have animals roaming around. And then now they're like, it's so calming just with the goat, just while we're doing the yoga and stuff. We're like, are you fucking taking a piss? Why do you think we were doing it? It's because it's calming.
I don't know about that one.
But they called us that,
Hold
and then
on, goat, as in like cool. So
Goat
they get,
yoga.
So they get the goats.
they have like goats in a field.
They free them in the distance.
No, it'll be like they're doing yoga.
In the field. Of
And they'll be
goats.
doing yoga in the field, and then whilst they're trying to do like the downward dog and that, the goat will
And
be
the
on
goat
their
will
back.
be-
All of this shit, like they're even taking it to an extreme. And the second one, have you heard of grounding?
grounded.
Grounding is where you walk around barefoot because it has healing powers and it connects you to the earth. They called us animals, all this stuff because we did used to wear slippers and we used to just walk around barefoot, and then now it's fashionable.
Not gonna lie, people after the club that are out there barefoot, you guys are still animals, still.
Yeah, it's poor still.
They're grounded.
They're grounded, and they're fucking animals.
They're trying to get
Disgusting
alcohol out of
people.
the system.
They're
You're
trying
ground-
to-
you're
They're
grounded
trying to
little-
get-
You know like that?
Yeah, they're trying to filter through.
They're trying to fill the streets, the pavement in the streets of London.
I hear that.
No, you're right still. White people be crazy.
Yeah, so all this shit that they've basically told us that we are basically like animals backwards for doing, now they want to be doing it.
Talking, gone.
I said it always comes full circle though, to be honest.
It does.
Like more stuff is gonna pop up where like, cool, like we was doing it before, you parred us, now you're doing it. Well, it's cool, but
Yeah,
you know,
shit goes into
as long as
fashion.
you stick to what you're doing, then yeah.
That's how it's best to be authentic. So whatever you do, true to
Be you,
yourself,
be true, innit?
you know like that.
Facts.
But what I was gonna say, on animals, yeah. Do you guys care about free range or caged hens when you're talking when you're
I do.
chickens?
I do.
Why? Talk to us.
It tastes nicer.
Okay.
That
But all of that means fuck all. You know why?
Why?
You know why deep? And I only clocked this the other day. Mm-hmm. And actually I deeped it over the weekend when I went KFC. And the drumstick, yeah, I'll tell you, it was drumstick and still it was big. And then I did. I say, going back to when I was in Nigeria when we used to try to go buy chickens and that, but the chickens will obviously still be alive when you want to buy them and you have to point them out.
Yeah.
It was bad because you'd be like, you. And then these will make eye contact with you. It's like, nah, please, nigga, not me. Nigga, not me.
Nah, you, nigga.
Nah, you.
Or the Mr. Melon thing.
And then and I deeped it. Yo, where the fuck are they getting these chickens from, bro?
Oh boy.
Their wings are not that big. All these drumsticks, their legs used to be skinny.
They're slapping it with bare
Bro.
stuff.
Pumping it with bare
So
chemicals,
all
man.
this, whether it's free range or it's caged, it's still filled with fucking hormones, anyways.
Bro.
The only, personally, I don't care. But if it increases the quality of the produce after, I'll say this.
Yeah,
But you
I
see,
hear that.
the whole people don't get free range eggs because it tastes nice or anything like that. They get free range eggs because it's more, what's the word I'm looking for? Appealing in a moral sense.
Oh, okay. So
like,
it's
they don't want animals caged up.
Okay, well, animal
Animal cruelty
cruelty
and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what they care about. I'm on this. Listen,
Okay, you're thinking economics.
I'm trying to eat as nice as I can get, and if that means letting my man run around for a good 20 minutes, get them leg workouts,
Then let him
let him
roam.
free roam minute. Because either way, cage or not, you'll still end up on man's plate. Regardless, nigga.
Boy,
You're like that.
I used to think about that with eggs. Like with eggs, yeah, I used to see one batch of eggs that looked perfectly fine, £1.10. Another thing, but they stuck organic, free roam, whatever, sticker on it, 360.
Matter.
Me, I'm thinking simple economics. I don't care if one chicken was doing, giving the other one an alley-oop in the cage, one was giving a piggy bank to another one. Listen, man, if in terms of economics, if it's £1.10, then man, I get the £1.10 thing. But in saying that, sometimes, yeah, as you're saying, the quality.
It's poor. I've seen some shocking eggs. There's times where I've cracked eggs open and said, right, like,
Yeah, this is not going in my
I'm
body.
like, this is what you're buying for us. Like,
And it's also, and I think
Shocking
like
eggs.
with when it comes to eggs, I think it's more better to be aware of things like that. Anyways, just purely because like there are people who like eat like raw eggs or like drink raw eggs.
yeah.
But you can't be doing that. If you're cooking, there's certain things that you might be cooking where you might want your little yolk runny. You can't be doing that.
You can't be
Because certain ones.
man,
Yeah, salmonella will kick your bum bum.
Absolutely pam you sideways.
Salmonella will kick
And
your
you know
bum
what?
bum.
That is another thing I've just did recently. Like, you see, like black people, we cooked everything well till it's cooked. By the way. But recently,
Yo, we overcook shit, bro.
but why people like their eggs, their meat,
Nah,
chicken?
bro, as in,
They don't cook anything to
Fully.
to the extent that we will cook it. It's always medium this or rare this or fresh off the cow. Like, let's get the plate, let's get the kill man here and there and just eat it whilst he's still moving and that. Like, just bite a chunk.
You think they're bad?
Like,
the Asians, they
bro.
eat it once it's still alive, bro.
Brother,
like at work, yeah, they be like there was one time they get it out the fridge and just eat it. I'm thinking,
What was it?
Do you wanna? Like regardless though, I feel like I'd
just
heat
eat
it
it
up
out of the tin.
like chicken nuggets or like pasta. I like my pasta. Maybe that's just me, innit? Some people like their pasta cold. Actually, to be fair,
I've had cold pasta.
I was like,
before,
no.
that's
To be fair, the meal deal when you get meal deal pasta,
It's
it's cold,
cold,
innit?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Yeah, then fair play. It's just me. I'm just half.
There's certain things that I eat cold, but there's no reason why. But
Other than lazy,
like pizza, for example, I don't know why. Next day pizza,
No,
cold, slaps. Because when you warm it up and that, then
It's
the
mid.
crust,
Yeah,
the
it's
crust
mid.
gets hard. But then the rest of the
It's all soggy.
I'm
Yeah.
warming it up still. I'm not gonna lie. I don't play with takeaway, bro.
and then the base and that is extra chewy. Now let me eat it cold.
I don't play with takeaway. I'm gonna warm that shit. I'm gonna sizzle that thing until it's going.
You might as well slap it back in the
pew,
oven.
pew, pew, in the microwave. Big man thing. I'm not on it. I am not on
You
it.
know when you like take food out of the fridge, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Put, let's say you got rice and you stew, and then you're putting your chicken. I'm the type to take one chicken and eat it whilst it's cold, whilst the other thing is warming up.
And that's why it's so wild. Nigga just having spare protein.
Yeah, like how whilst it's cold, like
That is
unless
so
it's cold out
rough.
the
Wait,
freezer,
out the stew.
out the stew.
Yo,
Out the stew. That is barbaric. My
disgusting.
goodness.
Yo, cold chicken
That
out the
is
stew
fucked,
is
brother.
nasty. I don't know how you can do that, bro.
Cold stew. You're
yeah,
making
you're
so
a
brazen.
different breed.
Whilst it's cold, chicken. That doesn't really matter. What it
You're a
is.
different breed, bro.
It's
You're
like the
a
waiting
man.
process to bridge me
Yeah,
over.
I hear that. You're hard. What to tie you over so you don't pass out until
You're
you
a
get
different
there.
breed.
I hear that, bro.
I was at work, yeah. They didn't handle. Back to your point where you say white people are crazy. We're doing handover in it. So the previous nurse in charge is handing over to us. Yeah, I hope she don't watch this, but
I doubt she does. We have 64 views, bro. I don't think she's one of them.
you know niggas that won't be talking in it. But yeah, boom.
Oh yeah,
So
true.
she's like, one of the patients had a racially abusive outbreak or whatever.
We just randomly say nigga this, nigga that, nigga
I
this.
think he was heated in a conversation with one of the staff members, and then, you know, white people, once they get angry, the N-word just starts flying. So obviously, not all white people, but you know, it's a generic. Like, I don't know, like all of you seem to have this thing.
Yeah, and the monkey, all of
All
that
that
stuff.
starts coming out of nowhere. Well, I'm not racist. Anyway, so she described that situation as the patient made some racial comments towards one of the staff members. Mm-hmm. So then she moves on to the next patient, and he also had one of those moments. Has said something wild in it, but instead of describing that whole moment as the patient has made some racial comments towards one of the staff members, she goes, "Yeah, so he said black nigger."
Yeah?
Eh?
Huh?
So wrong.
Wait, so the white person said he said black
The
nigga.
white, as in like deep, the nurse is
Right, what is this off my cement? What's going on?
Brother, so obviously she said it down, but as you know, what's that movie Salt? When it's a Salt, Limitless. When Danny takes the pill and his
Yeah,
eyes just open up like that. Yeah, I was thinking, no, this can't be real. My heart is like,
I'm not gonna lie, I would have been looking around and be like, where the cameras? I'd be like, where the cameras?
Brother.
Where are the cameras?
So at
But
first,
do you continue?
at first, I look at the manager. He didn't even flinch.
Like this is
what
normal.
color is he?
He's black. His name's Tyrell. I'm looking at the man. The manager like, nigga, like, you run this place, smug one. And then I've turned around to look at them. On a slide, I tried to turn around to look at the man them my age in it, and they're looking at me like, yeah, nigga. Like,
You don't know, we heard it.
like we heard it too. Like, this is wild, didn't it? But nobody said nothing.
Damn.
Nobody said nothing. Obviously, I ain't trying to get fired, nigga. So, but like,
No, me, I would have said,
I don't know, bro. In that situation, but it's wild, and I don't get it because out of all the people that works there, she's cool, but
Was it she?
yeah, it was a she. What, brother? She just said, yeah,
She's definitely been fucking Jamaican men, bro.
brother. You know, this guy's in the car, man.
Jesus
Why did he say
Christ.
that? It was such a mad situation.
You know what that reminds me of? Do you remember back in school whenever we were reading off Bice's bed and we get to the bit where they just throw him around
Bare
N-bombs
N-words.
and that.
And you're thinking-
I remember Mr. Brennan, Irishman, just to read it like it's nothing.
Yeah,
Spit
let
it
it.
off.
You used to just read it like it's, and then the kids in the class as well, they'll be the one white guy who's like, nah, I can't, I don't want to say this. And then another one was like, I'll say it.
So I'm gonna say it, you can't stop me.
Well, I'll say it.
Nigga.
It's mad because we never really used to take those issues.
You know what's so mad? Yesterday I see Miss Eastman. Yesterday,
Where?
at the East Irish Station.
Yeah, she still lives down there.
Probably
She
lives.
lives up like.
Probably used to nab the man them in Matson.
Yeah,
Yeah, the man them skate. You know,
Yo,
God rest his soul. Yeah, you know that guy from The Wire,
Yeah.
the one I was walking, and they're saying, what's his name? Someone's coming.
What, the one that just
I
died?
know the senior.
Michael K. Williams or something like that.
Yeah, like they say, what's his name in the thing? Someone's coming in it, and then
Walking
he's
around
just
with
walking around the shot. Yeah,
Shot,
everybody's
yeah.
running. That's how she was moving. She was moving like she got on them skating.
But then when you deep it, though, the rules that we had in our school were
Yeah,
so
no, too dumb.
preposterous.
So dumb.
Where it was like
So dumb.
you weren't allowed phones because they said that they don't want you to get robbed when you leave school. It's so dumb. You can't go
That's
into
a-
the
that's
corner.
a safety hazard.
No, but
though,
that's the
like-
only one that kind
You
of
can't
made
go.
sense.
No, the one. No, it didn't make sense. Well, it
It
okay.
did.
Out of all of them, all the one you can't go into the corner shop. You gotta go straight home. Do you know, man used to be shook. You know, in like year 7, Mr. Patel used to get on the same bus with us to New Cross, and the man would want to ice lolly, bro. Man can't go shop because I'm scared. Mr. Patel might come into the shop.
To be honest, I don't think that rule really hindered, man.
No, because obviously we live far away enough from the school where
No, but even
by the time I get to
No,
Catford,
we
you
used
think I
to
care?
go to shop right next to school though.
This was in year 7. This was like year 9, year 9, year 10.
No, your son's different though.
Year
because
9, year 10, nobody
once-
cared no more.
Once you get on that coach back to ends, it's long, man. You're going home.
That's no, but like year 9, year 10, no one cared. They knew everybody was bringing phones to school. They didn't really care no more. They were like, we're not gonna be able to stop
No,
you.
because it was a dumb rule in the first place.
No, it was a dumb rule.
was
And
dumb
plus,
rule.
at a certain age, if you're in danger or you need
Yeah, like
to
you
be
legit can't
qualified.
call no one.
Not even at a certain age. The whole
The whole thing.
after
yeah,
like year
exactly.
7, how many parents were bringing their kids to school? So like, imagine you sent your kids to school, and then Donnie's finished,
And you don't know.
can't
You're
call
on a
that.
whim, as in you're just hoping and praying that my man makes it home.
Did you? Obviously, I didn't go primary school here, innit?
Yeah.
Did you used to go primary school by yourself, or did your mum
Yeah,
used to take
from
you?
like year 3.
Yeah, thank you, man. Because it was mad weird to me when I got to this country in secondary school and people were still getting
Still
dropped off
getting
by their
dropped off.
parents.
Yeah,
I was thinking, what the fuck is this?
No, but then again, nowadays, I can't lie, I hear
You
it
used to
still.
still, yeah.
No, I hear it.
Why?
I hear it. Bro, listen, there's so much, like, this younger generation, they're all going crazy, bro.
I don't feel, that's a good topic that we should get into. It's a shame our guests aren't here. I genuinely don't think that things are worse now. I just think that things are,
They're more publicized.
there's just a platform for you to see these things now. I feel like there's always been shit happening in the world.
Yeah, but I feel like now it's just getting out of hand, I think.
It's because
It might seem that way.
but it's just because people are not people legit. There'll be somebody who like doesn't come home one night because they forgot to call their mum or something. There's already everybody posting it on Instagram.
No,
So
but
now everybody thinks people are just going missing.
do you know
right,
what
left,
it is
center.
though? I feel like there's like a pressure on these young kids now with all this social media. I know it's always been there and it's been there when we were there. But actually, no, not really, because we never had Instagram and stuff. But it's like, I'm seeing young youths with like Louis V pouch, Jordan this kind of trouser, this kind of t-shirt. I'm thinking, fam, when I was your age, I was like, fam, I would have dreamt of having this shit.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I don't have that shit
wear
now.
Primark trainers.
I don't have that shit now.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
So it's like, all of that stuff is like, now it will be like a pressure where the kid has to do something out of character or step some kind of way in order to keep up with his bedrooms who get this, and you don't know how the bedroom get this, but they want to be cool as well. They want to be corny.
But I feel like we had that as well. But it's just I feel like
No,
the way
100%, but I just feel like
what we spent our money. Well, I say I didn't do that. What our generation spent their money on is now different to what this generation spent their money on.
But so, what would you say the pressures were back then?
There were still pressures.
The only thing I'd say was probably like if you don't have a console, then you're probably out of the loop. But then again, that's
not even
different.
just a console, but I don't know.
That's like trivial. I'm talking about like real life.
I don't know, because outside of school, I can't really speak for everyone. And me, I like more time. I came to school, went home.
Yeah,
That
me
was
too.
it. But then in school, like I remember a time a certain man came in with lubes to school.
Lubes? Oh,
Yeah.
Louboutins.
Yeah, Donnie was getting clowned.
Yeah.
The shoes were expensive, but
Yeah, but
everyone
yeah,
was like, bro,
yeah,
what the fuck are you
getting
doing?
corny.
So I
I
think.
thought when you said lube, I thought something else. I said the boys' school. What the
that's
fuck?
Listen,
You know what my reaction? I said lube.
Certain man are-
What the hell?
he said time to make shit slippery.
In a boys' school.
Yeah, but like I don't think that kind of pressure was on. I don't think like obviously.
Well, like, there's a new pressure now. Man.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to
the
you.
pressure was
It's
different in
a thing.
school because, and then again, you have to realize even in our school, everybody could get it.
But then this is the thing though. This is the way you have to think about it. Then imagine the way it was for the generation before us. It's just new things.
Oh, yeah,
coming
it's
up.
it's just gonna have its wave,
Yeah.
but it doesn't necessarily. I personally don't necessarily think that things are worse now.
I think our situation when it comes to secondary school was different anyway.
What?
Only because
Our secondary school.
Yeah,
I feel like our
not even
secondary.
not even just our secondary school. Our
like-
first couple of years for us.
Oh yeah.
Because we were the first there, so
Yeah, we didn't have no
we
one to
kinda
bully
set
us.
pace basically. Whereas like if we went to like a different thing where everything's already established,
Oh, yeah,
we
it would
might
have been a
definitely
different dynamic.
would have faced a lot more.
Yeah.
But because we were the ones that we set pace for everyone,
Yeah.
so it was
Yeah.
the energy was different.
Yeah, facts.
So
facts,
it's hard to say
facts,
that we
facts,
were under
facts.
some kind of pressure.
Facts.
Well and truly, we probably were the pressure, although we were pieces of shit.
I didn't pay no attention to no younger kids in
That's what
school,
I'm
bruv. I
saying.
did not give a
That's
toss.
what I'm saying. Except for like that brother. Remember when you played basketball? Yeah.
Yeah.
That one you that used to come over and used to. I forgot his name. I'm on time. Yeah. Mr. What's his name? I forgot his name.
Kerry.
No, the other P teacher.
Connolly.
Stowe.
Stowe.
Bray.
Bray.
Beanhead Bray.
He must have dashed the kid's basketball, innit? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember.
That little kid, and I knew it was his basketball because when it came here, yeah, I said I'm gonna fuck this kid up, and the ball hit me in the eye, yeah, and as I turned around, I thought to myself, once I regenerate, yeah, I'm going to punch this nigga's head in, yeah, I'm gonna absolutely weigh this kid in. So I turned around, and the first person I see was Brainy. He just said, sorry, it was accident. I let it go, but in my head,
You're thinking, yeah,
it was
You were ready to
I
lay
was
it off.
that kid.
It was done.
Because you know what you do, come in here and steal the ball and fuck around and just do some dumb shit. So I said, today's the day where
Yeah, I've got ammo now.
if I catch you, like it's
Then it's
bro.
done.
But yeah, school was calm for us.
But even in terms of school and stuff, even like my niece and my nephew and stuff, like with me personally, I don't know about you guys, but with me personally, I used to play out a lot, like as in the ends, the cage, park, whatever. We used to play out a lot in it. Now, like my niece, she's watching kids play with toys. That's so mad to me.
What do you mean she's watching kids?
As in like on YouTube, she's watching, as in like, she's got the toys or similar toys.
But it's the same way we used to
But
watch
she's
KSI
watching-
and them lot play FIFA.
She's watching, but you can't watch
No,
someone
but
play with physical
you
toys
say
though.
that, but there's a
It's the same thing. It's the
It's the same thing,
entertainment factor.
but that's
But for example, like let's say they're playing with the toys, there more time. It seems to me if you pay attention, more time these men have a story and this nigga going to school and this mum is cooking at
No, I
home.
heard
And
that, I
shit.
heard that.
Like you can't really do that by yourself.
Nah,
Let's
it's
say
true,
your
but-
nieces have, like there's like 4 or 5 of them. It's unlikely they're gonna sit
We
down and
live.
watch YouTube.
We live
They'll
in a.
probably do it themselves.
We're living in a world where living vicariously through other people is
Bro,
it's
like,
now a form
youths
of
are
entertainment.
glued to the iPad now. I'm
it-
thinking, fam,
Yeah.
like when I was a youth, I was running around imagining shit. Like they don't even like. Is there anything such as imagination anymore? It's
Of
just-
course there is.
Yeah, 100%.
Of course there is.
You just have
but
to,
wouldn't it be like? But we did like as
you just
in,
have to train your kid to.
as in now they have like the screen to see like these toy car. Me, I had a flipping toy car steering wheel thing with no batteries, and I used to make the noise by myself. But these lot are now just.
But the way you have
I mean,
to see it is, you
I
know,
sound like an old man, fam. What the fuck am I talking about?
the next generation is going to be impacted by internet and YouTube and shit. It's gonna be what it is. But it'll be like with when I'm guessing the generation before us, when the TV became like was in every single household.
yeah.
The people before are probably thinking, why the fuck are you man sitting watching
YouTube,
people in the pub
yeah.
and that? Like, go out, you go to the
You
pub
go to the
yourself.
pub, no, it's true,
But
true,
then
true.
it's the way it's gonna be. You can't stop it.
True.
Because
true,
I think it creates a different it's just different entertainment. It's like the same way at night I sit and watch people eat food on the internet. I could easily go eat food myself,
Brother,
but
one
there is
night,
an element of entertainment in that
one
for
night,
me.
Yeah, I don't know. I was sleeping on the floor. Bear in mind, I have a bed, right? I was sleeping on the floor. I have a blanket over. I open my phone. I'm watching people cook like lobsters and steak, especially that lobster. I watched like 40 different videos. I was there till like 3 in the morning.
But it's addictive,
Brother, I could have just gotten up
and done it
and
yourself.
done something. Okay, there was no lobster in the house. So let's not say that. But
Yeah, but you
I
could have done
eaten
something.
else.
Yeah.
I watched this fucking video till I fell asleep. Yeah. I woke up the next morning and I thought to myself,
Why did I do this?
I want lobster. One, I want lobster. That's what I was thinking for the 3 hours. But when I woke up in the morning, I thought to myself, well, why did I do that? Because I was bare hungry.
That's what
in the
got me
morning.
through lockdown, bro.
I was
Legit, that's what
bare
got. There was
hungry
this.
in the
There's this one. I told you the story, man. Where I'm in bed, and man puts
I said,
the noodles, and I saw myself. I'm on the bed like this, watching it, and he's like, "You want some?" He went, and I went, "Yeah."
Oh,
I
brothers.
need to. For what the?
Oh,
fuck?
fucking bad.
Yo, you can lose.
Stripper.
You could just lose yourself in these things, you know,
you're
and
right. It's a wormhole as well.
yeah,
Especially with like reels and all that stuff there.
shorter videos like they'll
Crazy,
catch you, man.
bro.
Oh yeah, that's how on Vine I used to be able to just thingy, just scroll and scroll
There's
and scroll.
one, bruv, fuck. There's a couple people on Vine that were hilarious, yeah. I was never really on there like that, but there was a few
I
people that
love
used to
Vine,
watch.
man.
What's the guy that used to, like, let's say like me and you go shop here and you pick something up and I'm like, oh, you're stealing now, something like that.
He's stealing.
That
He's
sound
stealing.
Sound like that, some light skinned brother.
It sounds like some
And
light-skinned
he
shit
was
to do,
shy.
to
He'd
be
be
fair.
like, oh, you stealing now?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
And then, bruv, do you know that brother is so funny. When he shit used to come up, yeah, I used to think, yeah. But then people watch like King Batch and all them niggas there, yeah, and I'm thinking,
You know what? You know what?
that,
Donnie's
yeah.
not funny, yeah, but he had one Vine that was so funny, yeah. It's the that King Batch done. It was a Vine, yeah, where he like I think he comes out the elevator and someone bumps into him, yeah, and he's on his knees, yeah, and he's crying with his mouth open and he's like scooping noodles back into his pocket. It's so funny, like it's so dumb,
It's so
like but it's so funny. You know what that reminds me of, yeah. I can't even say his name because he's Balenciaga stepping right now, yeah. But fam, my man used to like put like chicken from lunch in Harris Boys, yeah. Put it that straight in his pocket. In my man blazer pocket, my man put bro, fam. It was like as in like
Wow,
cookies and all that
Anything,
shit makes sense. That's cool, innit? Like the man they were doing
But
that,
chicken.
but a chick like with gravy on it and rice grains, you know,
Nah,
he's
he's
taking
a madman,
the
you know. He's
mick.
actually a
He's
veteran.
actually just a
He's a
clown.
blazer worn out first couple of days. Or
I
something.
love that boy to bits,
Brother.
man.
No,
That boy is funny,
You
fam.
don't ever watch Fuzi too?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. When I first found his channel, yeah, it was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah,
You know
but
what?
he's wet now, though.
He's wet, but you know what the
funny.
funniest thing is, yeah? The funniest video on there is when he used to dress up like, you know, a certain way and he'd throw like a black bag, yeah, into the crowd and then he just turn around.
He like run.
Yo, obviously, you can't really be doing
No,
that.
that's the thing.
But it's hilarious.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Listen, back in the day,
It's like them people where they shout bomb in the tube,
Brother.
You shouldn't be. If that
said
was me
run.
and you fucked up my journey to work that day,
I'd
I'm
rush
pissed. But seeing them in my comfortable bed watching that
happen,
hilarious.
yo,
like, shit back in the day was actually so much funny. Like Little Britain, you think I was flying?
Of
I think
course,
that was
man.
funny. That was funny as shit.
That was hilarious.
Wow,
Damn.
you clapping like that, huh? You clapping. Yo, that's the funniest face you've ever
Nasty
made.
man.
That's the funniest face you've ever made.
That's a nasty man. But yeah.
Would you? I think we've spoken about this, but this summer hasn't really felt like a summer.
No, there's somebody in the summer at all. I didn't even hear of like a block party like that.
Yeah, because there was no need for block parties anymore. Things were open.
Yeah, that's true.
No, but they still
Regardless, even before, like,
beforehand they were running block parties.
parties,
Were they?
Yeah.
Well, me, I wouldn't know. I never went to one.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, summer wasn't summering at all.
I think the weather was a big factor
Yeah,
in the fact
yeah,
that summer
no, it
was
was
just needed still.
Ass.
It would
So,
be hot for 2 days and then you got 5 days of rain. Like,
all the weather was just mid here. So, boy.
and then everyone was just inside. I mean, we still went to a few motors here and there, but
Yeah, we had to like really,
turn up, yeah.
It wasn't like they were just ready there. I feel like obviously
have
it's
to
been
do
well
some searching.
it's been well documented, but last summer we were actually locked down.
Stuff was really, really happening. Like,
was-
people
we
were
were-
pushing for shit.
I left the country. Deep it.
True. She's not gonna pay that 1.5.
I'm paying. I have to just pay. Just paying. I haven't paid it yet, but
Wait, when the like 15 date?
15th of September, innit? My mum yesterday she was even like, it's the 8th of September. I said, Mum, you don't pay it.
Did your mum's not come back?
No, not yet.
Okay.
But hers will be calm though.
Okay, hopefully. Man.
Hers will be calm. But yeah, man. Summer's not summering at all, man, and it's sad. It's so sad. Would you guys like to get deep for a bit?
Let's do it, man.
Okay. So I was watching this.
One more.
The reason why I'm busting up is because, yeah, before we started recording, I told Mons, do you want one? He said, nah, bro.
I'm good.
I'm not on sugar.
That's exactly what he said.
No, one more.
I'm on a sugar ban.
One more hat.
And
And I'm going gym after this, bro.
man sounds like
I'm
a
screaming.
crackhead, bro. Just this one time.
I need my fix.
But yeah, watching this thingy with ZZ Mills and George the Poet, and fuck, what's the point I was trying to make?
My thing.
Yeah, I remember now. And George the Poet, and they were talking about how, I think we've spoken about this on the podcast already before, but this is way back when we first started. And we're talking about how black people, we rely too much, like in terms of success and stuff, we actually rely too much on entertainment or sports as a way to,
Break out.
and rap. But then,
Do you reckon? Like
Yeah.
how all of our parents have forced us to be lawyers and doctors and stuff.
no, it's not about
They
our
make it
parents.
that way.
But no, our parents force us, but it's about, your parents can tell you this is what you need to do, but it's about what you then find
The
desirable.
actual outcome,
Okay.
yeah.
But then he was saying that, which he made a really good point. He said that in order for black people to actually elevate themselves within this country or within the Western world, one thing that we're never going to have is a shortage of talent in when it comes to entertainment and sports. Just purely because predominantly, well, let's be honest, when it comes to entertainment, we set the trend. We decide what's cool, what's in trend, and what's not.
Yeah.
And when it comes to sports, I mean, we technically make up the, if you look at the percentage of like black people in this country and in America, and then the percentage of black people who are in
In the
professional
elite
sports,
yeah, exactly.
it's fucking,
The numbers don't
it's,
match.
yeah, it's unparalleled. But then he was saying that, why don't we actually focus on that as a way to get black people out of kind of what we're in, which is not that only focusing on black people being the stars, because what you don't see is that when you have a Stormzy, A Stormzy has a team of around 50 people. A Stormzy has a lawyer, an accountant, a manager.
The people behind the camera making
yeah.
bread the same way.
So if we had that for every Stormzy, and then we had that for every Raheem Sterling, or for every
Dave or something.
or every Dave, or every Marcus Rashford, there is enough jobs. There's enough good paying jobs
Around those kind of
around those people for us to be able to actually build up the black economy. But one thing that we do as black people, he was saying that is the moment we get on, we run straight to white people for those things because they've been able to build up a reputation of
being
being,
good at that.
you know what? Like people will be like, oh yeah, my lawyer's white, so I'm calm. I can do this.
Yeah, it makes sense. To be honest, you're right, and I think not just me. Well, media depiction doesn't help either,
No.
and media depiction doesn't help either. Movies, music, books, all of that good stuff doesn't help with the way we perceive the things that we can achieve in a community. So I think it's up to the people. I guess it's up to the people that are up there, and maybe even people that are down here to shine a light. Like, there's a lot more people behind the scene
Yeah.
than you think.
I feel like maybe as black people, because for me it's all about not even representation, but it's as you say, imagery. Is that we're constantly being shown, cool, you could be the person that scores the goal, you could be the person who's on the stage, you could be this, you can be that, but you're never told, actually, you could be the agent of that person that scores the goal, or you could be the coach. Like, you look at the Premier League, how many black coaches are there? How many black managers are there in the Premier League?
But is that what's that? Is that because
We're not going for it.
yeah, we're not going for it, or is it because we're not getting the same opportunities as a Frank Lampard and the Gerrards?
It goes hand in hand. Is this? I feel like it's the same situation where you have with. You good?
Oh no, I just.
It's the same situation you have with a lot of, like when women say, for example, there aren't a lot of women CEOs or something like that.
Yeah.
It's all about, if you flood the market with a specific, if you, let's say in the financial sector, for example, if there is a huge influx of women into the financial sector, 5-10 years from now, it'll be hard for you not to have an increase in women CEOs. So if we flood the market for, let's say, lawyers, accountants, sports coaches, physios, sports scientists, all these things, it's hard to then hold us back. But if everybody isn't going for that, if nobody wants to be the coach and everybody just wants to be, the football player, and then if that doesn't work out for you, then you just go, and your next automatic idea of then, being able to provide for your family, which there's nothing wrong with this, by the way, is to, let's say, go get a job at Iceland or Tesco or Rita or something like that, because everybody has different pressures and you actually do need to provide for your family. But if, let's say, as I say, if we flood those kind of industries, it's very hard to hold us back, because one thing we know about kind of people of minority is that whatever we actually set our minds on doing, we accomplish it because we have a hunger that a lot of people don't have.
It's also worth mentioning that maybe we should also start thinking about the future. I'm not talking about like you, but like maybe your kids, or not specifically your kids, but
Yeah.
the people that your kids are going to be growing up with. Because for example, I would suggest we could build our own things, but the success that the white people are having with their own industries we're not going to see that now. It might be in 10, 15, 20 years. So I think even if we flood the market and we couldn't get into those spaces, it's worth thinking, cool, if we can't make it
there'll be the next generation will make it.
We'll just do our own thing.
I think it's hard to do. I think it's hard.
It is hard, but if it doesn't pop now, not saying eventually it will, but you put the hard work and time in, and it's not supposed to like automatically pop for just you. It might be years down the line, and then we have something solid where you can say, okay, cool, we can identify this business or this company as a pillar in the community. But that takes time to build, though.
I feel like, the whole idea of, supporting black businesses, supporting this and that. I know.
It's not just about supporting black businesses. Regardless of whether you get the support for black businesses, the intention of the business itself is what's more important.
Okay.
And so it's not that I want your support from black people now and I want to, like, the business should be out there to prove, cool, this is what we're doing. They're giving out these opportunities that we might not necessarily see as a community. And it's not that we're going to start telling people you can do this and you can do that, and they're automatically going to think, yeah, cool. But maybe like 5, 6, 10 years down the line, when we're having these little success stories, things will build up, but that takes time. Instead of obviously trying to break into places where we're looked down upon, they don't rate us as much. It's harder to get into. Not saying there's anything wrong with it, because well and truly, at the moment, that's where the money is. But if you can think ahead and think, do you know what? Forget the money, not completely, but forget the money for now. Let's build something that's going to be worthwhile in the future. It might take some time, but
I
it's
agree,
not
but I
impossible.
also disagree because I feel like it's all good and well to say let's plan for the future, but I feel like right now is what's
No, I
you
hear
got to start making the changes, and I get what you're saying, but I feel like even as black people, we need to work harder on actually showing, and that's why I wanted to create that documentary, but I never got around to doing it. Boy, I'm part of the problem.
I said I never got around to doing it. Like, you still
And
can't
no,
do it.
because it's hard. It's hard to plan. You have to find people. But
Yeah, plan.
one of the main things I wanted to do for that documentary was actually showcase black people, but in all different walks of life. So a black GP, a black
Yeah.
fucking physiotherapist, a black sports scientist, a black lawyer, a black sports agent. Because as I keep saying, if we turn on the news or we turn on Instagram and all we are seeing is this rapper or this person who went on Love Island or this actor or this and that,
The
then
representation of black people is very
you're
skewed.
gonna think it's either, and then when you if that's all you're seeing about black people online, and then in your house yourself, what you see from your parents, not due to their fault, because probably the first generation immigrants, is that they're either a care worker or they work in they work retail. You're gonna think these are my only two options. I'm either gonna be one of these or I'm gonna be this.
Yeah.
As much as your mom can tell you can be a lawyer, you can be a this, you can be a that. If you don't,
See
they
it
say
out
in
there.
order for you to believe you can do something, you have to see it to believe it. Seeing is believing. So if you don't see a black lawyer, you don't see a black accountant, you don't see any of these representations, that you don't believe you can do it.
And
So
it's a lot harder to believe it from yourself
exactly.
than it is to see it out there and believe it. If it's out there, it's a lot easier. But
Yeah.
not a lot of people have that self-motivation.
And that's what I'm trying to
And-
say.
yeah,
so I feel like as black people, maybe I don't know whether I feel like I don't know whether our school did this, but a lot of schools where they're predominantly black people there, maybe they need to work hard in actually bringing in black speakers who are a lawyer or something or this or that. And it won't be. Let's not be dumb now and go bring like a black guy that grew up in Watford and he went to private school or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. They're not gonna they're not gonna do that. We need to be the ones to go to the school and say, okay, cool, we want this black person to come to the school. We want this black people to go to the school.
Yeah, no, I agree.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're a parent, hold whatever school your child goes to accountable and be like, you know what are you actually showing my kids what they can do, like what they can become.
It's tough though. You're working a job, and then
I know it's hard, but
when I say we need to establish something that black people can see as the pillar, whatever you want to call it, that's the kind of things I'm talking about. Where like, if I'm not doing it, I know that if I reach out to these people, they might be able to go to Harris Boys and say, okay, cool, we've got this inspirational speaker who's black and and I want them to inspire your kids who are predominantly black in that school.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of things that we can.
Maybe let's do it, man.
Come on.
Let's go do it.
So no. If we're running it the way we're running this pod, boy. Yo, pussy, I'll break your nose, nigga.
No, you won't. I bet you won't.
I bet I will.
I bet you won't.
No.
You don't know no Muay Thai, bro. No. I see you running the treadmill.
Oh my fucking gosh.
My nigga.
Oh my days. That deal was so wild.
Next time, run your top off. How about that? Running your top off.
Yo, when I'm done with it, you won't be able to lips for a good 6 months, bro.
But what's what I'm talking about?
Your lip will be swollen. That's what I'm saying. Your lips will be swollen and buzzer. How did we go from talking about
Black
empowerment to now you guys gonna smash each other up?
Look at that black piece and black this.
No.
And now we're talking about violence.
No, but I'm being for real. I genuinely do think that is I feel like in the Western world that is the one way to get black people up. I think it's the one way to lift a lot of black families out of poverty, because there are a lot of money in those industries and there are reasons why they're not showing us that is what we can be, because it creates a nice little pyramid for them where only the creme de la creme artists or the creme de la creme actors or rappers actually make it, and then you can shut out the rest of them.
Yeah.
So
the people who actually have the talents and the skills and the possibilities to reach different heights,
but in something else,
in different places. But then again, does that speak towards black people's? I don't want to say greed, but like everyone's aiming for the same spot.
It's not greed because it's
not greed, but like the ambition is like I guess maybe the drive is there, the ambition is there to aim for a spot as tough as that. I guess you got to be thinking to yourself, like, I need to make this, but maybe we should just focus on diverting that kind of.
It's because
energy
you're
somewhere
shown,
else.
because deeper, if you're shown that this is the level of success that you need to reach for you to be, adorned by people, then anything below that,
Seems
you're a
worthless
failure.
to you. Yeah, I feel you.
So that's what everybody aim. Imagine if from the age of 4 or 6 you're in an academy and they're telling you for you to be a success you have to be a Premier League player, you have to do this, you have to make it to a team, and then you're 16 and you get cut. You think you're a failure. You think, fuck, I'm already a failure. I might as well, just
Nah, I hear you
settle.
still. And
you know?
without like proper like foundation from your parents or family members, you're just gonna think,
Yeah.
fucking hell, like, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, I guess we know what we need to do in it. Is it a part then? Like,
It's what you said earlier. It's selfishness. A lot of people go into it just thinking I want to bust my nut and cut.
True,
It stinks.
that
You
as
can
well.
smell it.
So if it's not like that, if you're honest, this is why you should do with people that care about you, that you care about. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
No, but sometimes. Let me just shut up.
Just sometimes you just want it.
Yeah, it's not bad. I don't want you to care about me. I don't want anything from you. Just let me. Just do the damn thing. Call me like a prince so I can get out. What's this caring?
Yo, that's the title. Fold me like a pencil and get out. That's the title of the podcast right there. Fold me like a pencil and get out.
I'll admit it, I'll admit it. Watch your motherfucking tongue.